Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my presentation today. Thank you for joining my presentation. Before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Gracenata Thalia Priatmaja, and today our presentation about custom regulation in United Kingdom. The United Kingdom has their own custom regulation immigration system. Separated from other countries since leaving the European Union, the United Kingdom has implemented independent custom regulation that control the movement of goods entering and leaving the country. While the United Kingdom support international trade, Tyrian goods are subject to custom duties, restriction, or prohibition to ensure compliance with national law. So the first is allowed item when entering the United Kingdom. The first is alcohol. You allow it to bring alcohol when entering the United Kingdom up to 1 liter of spirit, 2 liter of wine, and 4 liter of beer. And tobacco up to 200 cigarettes or 100 cigarillos. And food, curtain food items such as sealed packaged foods are allowed. However, there are strict restrictions of fresh food and meats and dairy products. Medicine are allowed for personal use, and currency, funds more than 10,000 pounds sterling, you must be declared to the custom United Kingdom. Perfume and cosmetic and another products are allowed in limited quantity for personal use without having to pay extra duties. The next is prohibited item when entering the United Kingdom. The first is drugs. All forms of illegal drugs are prohibited. This includes substances like heroin, cocaine, ecstasy, methamphetamine, and cannabis. Weapons. Any item considered as offensive weapons are not allowed. These include firearm, knife, crossbow, and certain other tools or items that can be used to cause harm. And counterfeit goods. Counterfeit items such as fake designer clothes, bag, and electronic and pirated copies of movie or software are prohibited. United Kingdom customs enforces intellectually property law strictly. All such goods can be confiscated, and pornographic or obscene material that are deemed pornographic or obscene are not allowed into the United Kingdom. These include explicit image, video, or publication that do not meet the illegal standard called decency. And the next is allowed item when leaving the United Kingdom. Personal belonging. Personal belongings such as clothing, toiletries, and electronic like phones, laptop, etc. can be taken without restriction, provided they are from personal use and not for commercial purpose. Souvenir. You are allowed to take souvenir when leaving the United Kingdom, as long as they are for personal use or as gift for others. And currency, you are allowed to carry cash when leaving the United Kingdom. But if you are carrying more than 10,000 pounds sterling or the equivalent in another currency, you are required to declare into the United Kingdom custom. Duty-free goods, like alcohol and tobaccos, products can be taken out the United Kingdom as long you are within the limit of duty-free allowance, like 200 cigarettes or 100 cigarillos, 1 liter of spirits, and 2 liter for wine, and 4 liter of beer. And the last is personal medicine. Prohibited item when leaving the United Kingdom. The illegal drugs. Drugs and controlled substances. Any illegal drugs or substance classified as controlled are prohibited. Even some medications, like narcotics or psychotropic drugs, may be restricted and require proper documents. Always check with the authorities or a doctor if you're traveling with prescription medication. And the weapon or offensive weapon, like firearms, ammunition, and explosive, are strictly prohibited, including toy or replica weapons that could be resemble actually firearms. Knife and other dangerous weapons may also have restricted depending on the country you're traveling to, especially if they are for use military or self-defense. And counterfeit goods, the export of counterfeit goods such as fake designer item, DVD, software, etc. is illegal. It's important to ensure the item is like clothing or electronic are original and not reproduction of copyright material. And the last is cultural artifact and historical items. Cultural property or item of historical significance may not be exported without the proper permits. These include artwork, historical documents, and antique that are protected by national laws. So the conclusion is the United Kingdom regulations are governed by HM Revenue and Custom (HMRC) based on the national law and international agreements. Travelers are allowed to bring personal items and food for personal consumption, but there are restrictions on prescription drugs must be accompanied by a doctor letters. Tobacco limited to 200 cigarettes, alcohol limited to 1 liter of spirit and 4 liter of beer or 2 liter of wine. And cats over 10,000 pounds laying over must be declared, and perfume and cosmetic for personal use is strictly prohibited to bring drugs, weapons, and counterfeit goods. Protected species, certain type of food and item that violate intellectual property rights when leaving the United Kingdom. It's forbidden to carry drug, counterfeit good, and contain agricultural product. So this is my presentation about custom regulation in United Kingdom. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.